I want to talk about something really cool that I did yesterday. I had my first D&D session. It was a cyberpunk D&D session. It was the first session that we actually played, so it was just a one shot to get us comfortable, and it was super fun, dude. So I'm going to talk about it. So our DM was Enderman. Our campaign group was blawesome, me, Icy, and Kalain. Two of us had our characters like finished, like completely ready to go. Like the backstory and the design and everything. blawesome and Kalain, their characters had their stats ready to go. I don't know if they were 100% happy with their characters, but I think Icy and I were. So my character is Gearfried. He looks a little bit like Reinhardt, but you know, that's not an accident. And he's like basically a tank. I mean, he is a tank. And Icy's character is himself. It's a Lycra Farjack. And she's like just a sneaky little Catwoman. I played as a solo. Icy played as a netrunner. Kalain is a fixer, and blawesome is a techie, I think. So, man, where do I start? Probably from the beginning. So we assumed that all of our characters like knew each other, and we were like tight, and so it went really smoothly from a like storytelling perspective, I guess. So we started off in like kind of like a lot, like a car lot, or like a warehouse. It was like a show, like a car show. There were like two key points of interest. There was a dude showing off his rocket bike, like a prototype rocket bike. And then there was what's his name? I'll get to him. There was this like professional looking dude who's like on the phone, and he's like off to the side, and he's like super panicking and stuff, and he's got these two dudes in suits just like hanging out with him, just like standing there. So Kalain, Icy, and I, we're looking over this rocket bike, and we're like, dude, that's a rocket bike. Kalain's asking him like, did you make this? How much is this? How fast is it? It's cool, right? And I was asking him like, because I got like a rocket hammer on my dude. I'm a melee character, obviously, and I'm like, you've driven this before, right? It doesn't like fall apart when you turn it on. And all these questions were answered, and the answer to all of those questions was yes. blawesome decides to go over to one of the dudes in the suits, and I immediately follow her because I'm like, you're gonna die depending on what you say next to this guy. So what she says is, what's the guy on the phone talking about? And the dude in the suit turns around and he's like, do you know who that dude on the phone is? I'm not telling you what he's talking about. That's the manager of the show. And that's pretty much where that conversation goes. So Icy decides to get a look around some, and he notices, oh, there's like a desk over there, eh? And there's like some computers on it, and he's like, I like computers. And so he goes over, and Kalain's still like haggling this dude with the rocket bike, and spoilers, he really wants this rocket bike. It's a subplot. One of the dudes in the suits, he comes over and he like shouts over at Icy like, oi, that's not your computer. So the dudes go over to Icy and they're trying to like get him out of there, and he's like, oi up, no, I'm actually I'm here to help. And everyone's like, are you here to help? He's like, yeah, I can help you find the missing cars. And we're like, what missing cars? And then the dude on the phone, he's like, holy shit, finally someone is here to help. I've been waiting so long, dude. I thank you so much. And he's like, dude, there's this car's missing, and this car's missing, and this car's missing. And Icy's like, yeah, if you just give me access to the system, I can take a look. And he's like, why do you need access to the system? Like, no, I'll just show you where the cars are. And he's like, oh, okay, fine. And so he's showing him that. Kalain decides, I'm going to roll to pickpocket the dude for the keys to the rocket bike. Okay, Kalain, what's your pickpocket stat? One. He fails. He sticks his hand in his guy's pocket, and eye contact is immediately made. He rolls to persuade this guy that he's just trying to give him his card or something, and he's like, nah, he like pulls his hand. He fails the roll. He pulls his hand out. It's completely empty, and it's pretty much that. He gets like shoved away, and they never talk again. He still wants a rocket bike though. So, gosh, what's happening at this point? Icy has pretty much got a job at this point. The guy on the phone's name is Joe Morganson. It's not that important, but it's a cool name. So Enderman at this point is Joe Morganson. So Enderman says, yeah, I mean, you could like, I can show you where the cars are. I have like a GPS, and he pulls out like an iPad or something. So they're like dotted around the city. Some of them are outside the city. We go outside the city in this one shot. It's pretty cool. It's like Borderlands. Yeah. Where am I? So there's like 3 cars. 2 of them. One of them is like, I called it a Carmelian. It wasn't that funny. And then it like changes colors or whatever. 2 of them have AI, so it's like they might not want to be driven. That's like the catch. Kind of cool, but we don't know how they actually got outside the city because they're meant to be on the show, so we just have to like repossess them. Kalain at this point has tried to like rendezvous with Icy, and Icy is just like playing it off like, who the hell are you? I do not know this man. Get the hell away from me. I'm making business right now. Blossom and I are just chilling. We're just like, I'm here. So I think Kalain's a fixer, so he knows guys. So like the other guy in the suit who wasn't like trying to get Icy out of here, he like walks over to him and he's like, hey dude, and the dude's like, hey dude. They're like acquaintances. They're not like friends. They're like acquaintances. So he's trying to like get him to like get the guy who was selling the rocket bike out of the show. He's like pushing blame or something. It doesn't work. They just have to like break off. So he's just like failing in every way at this point. Everything has failed. It's like Ocean's 11, except Ocean like dies or something. Icy got the job though, so he's like sending us texts like, guys, we're out of here. Except for Kalain. You can like dick around, I guess. We bolt out of here. The ground starts shaking because my character is running out of the warehouse. I'll see if I can. Here's my stats. You know what? That's actually not interesting. Oh damn. Hello. Okay, cool. So I have to like run back and scoop up Kalain and just get him out of there, because like we have to like do it hush hush because these 2 can't know each other at this point, but they do. We have to like not damage the cars or whatever. It's irrelevant, to be honest. So we just like, we go. We get in our like Toyota Corolla convertible. It's a convertible so that I can fit in the car. That's the joke. And we just go. The show was held at like noon, and we have like 3 hours in game time to do this. We have until like 3, and there are 3 cars. It's like $1,000 a car or something. Not really much of anything. It's like last minute, but it's a job. So we do not get all 3 cars. We get like 1 car, but that's okay. It was really exciting getting this 1 car. It was just a one shot, so we might go back to it, but we might not. I don't know if we've decided on it yet. We pull up. Kalain's like super angry. He's just like, I mean, like, I don't know how to drive. Icy's driving. Blossom's chilling. Kalain's just like, yep. I wouldn't want to do anything else. I mean, I wish this was a rocket bike, but it's a Toyota Corolla. I think in another version of this one shot that Enderman ran with another group, they ended up shooting at each other, and the rocket bike exploded, and it went flying, and it was like stolen or something. It was crazy. So nothing like that happened to us, but we actually did it like the normal way, I guess. So we pull up to this this like lot out in like the desert or something, dude. It's just like this caged off like lot. There's like a tower. It's like super chill, but it's like, it's clearly like run by like absolute goons. We all roll like awareness. We all managed to figure out like there's like a dude on a deck chair or something. There's a dude up in the tower, and then there's a tarp over in the corner, and we're like, that's it, right? That's the car. So we get out, and Kalain decides to try and barter with these dudes, heckle. He's like, oi up, we know you're here, and we know you have the car, give it up. Super assertive, dude. And then bang, a shot is fired from the tower, and Kalain's leg has a hole in it. So he's having the worst day ever, dude. Everyone rolls a stealth check to like get out of the car. Everyone succeeds except Kalain. So Icy goes out to the back of the car and gets out like this massive sniper rifle. I stay in the car because I'm like, there's no fight. And I feel like if I got out, I would just immediately get shot. But that's okay. I'm not exactly stealthy. So there's a guy in the tower. Kalain gets shot. At the point that Kalain gets shot, I'm like, okay, it's time to get out. We roll initiative. I go first. I turn into literally John Wick. I pull out my knife and I attempt to throw it at the guy in the tower from like 50 meters away. I roll like a 20 or something. And then I roll to hit, and then to damage I roll like a 10. I get a headshot. This guy's I said I turned him into a unicorn, and he's just out, dude. He's not dead. I think he had a helmet, but like, he's out, dude. He's not sniping anyone anymore. So at this point, I see the dude on the deck chair. He's gotten up and he's getting ready to fight. Icy decides, I'm just gonna like take a shot, dude, because like the angle is open. Because like, dude, John Wick would cry if he saw the throw I made. I sniped the dude with a knife. You don't just do that. Icy decides to take the shot. He hits. To damage, he rolls like, I think, a 35, and then I think he rolls like a 10 as well. I think he gets a headshot, so he doubles his damage to 70. This dude just, he doesn't have a head anymore. It's gone. He shot like straight through the wire fence of this lot, and just like the fence like went through this guy's face and just like shredded him. He's just dead. He's absolutely gone. Who's next? Blossom is next, because at this point, no, Kalain is next at this point. Kalain is like reached his limit. He gets out to the back of the car. He stumbles up to the back of the car and he pulls out an RPG and he attempts to fire at the guy in the tower. He misses. The warhead whizzes and hits the ground of the lot, craters it. There's a shockwave. The tarp gets knocked into the fence, and we just lose it, dude. The car has been damaged. And then he makes like a retroactive threat, like the next time I won't miss or something, to the guy in the tower. The guy in the tower is like out cold, dude. He's a unicorn. But okay. And then we hear like some Scottish accent or a British accent or something turn on, and we don't know who it is. We think it's coming from like the warehouse in the back of the lot. It's like, oi, who's there? What's going on out there? And we're like, oh shit, there's more dudes, right? There's more dudes, right? So Blossom, she decides to like climb the fence. She succeeds, and then she's like the sleeper D&D master. So she's like, I'm going to throw like an anti-motion grenade at the warehouse door or something, and we're like, what the heck is an anti-motion grenade? This girl came prepared, dude. It's a success. Nothing really comes of it, unfortunately. But it's cool. I think she gets shot at this point. I think there's a third dude. Maybe someone did come out of the warehouse. From my perspective, this dude just spawned in the middle of nowhere, like it's a video game. But that's a good thing, because it is the next turn, and I have the initiative. So my response is for my eyes to spark, and I realize that I am the melee character, and I'm like, how tall's that fence? 6 meters. Oh, I can leap 7 meters. How far away is the guy who just spawned? Like 22 meters. Oh, I can run 27 meters. That's cool. So I jump the fence, and I just bull rush this guy, and I pull out my Slam Dance Inc. Hyper Hammer. You think Icy Sniper doing 60-10 damage is cool? I have a rocket hammer that deals 90-10 damage, and I take a swing. It's a success. I break the sound barrier doing this. I roll like a 48 for damage, and I roll like an 8 or something to hit this guy. I think I hit him in the leg. It's irrelevant. I turn this guy into a T-ball, dude, and I don't just hit the ball. I hit the whole damn T. He's sent flying out of the lot. He's over the horizon, dude. He doesn't exist. He's like Team Rocket. He just blasts it off. That's the end of what I contribute. That's not the end of what I contribute to this session, but that is my contribution to this session. That was my moment. And I felt pretty good. Just like this giant metal man just comes out of nowhere and just boom, just he's in and he's out. Gosh, what happens at this point? I think Icy finally gets to take a shot at the guy in the tower, and he dies. I mean, like, he didn't really stand a chance, but you know, it's cool. What's happening at this point? Kalain, Blossom's been shot, I think. Kalain's been shot. There's a car just like screaming, like, what the bloody hell is going on? It's screaming bloody murder. I think Kalain tries to... No one can really help Kalain at this point. So Kalain tries to, like, with Blossom's help, roll for first aid with advantage. I think Kalain has first aid of 3, Blossom has a first aid of 4. He fails with advantage. He just, like, sticks his finger in the wound and pushes the bullet deeper in. So he's, like, out at this point. Icy yells for me to come back and get Kalain. I try to like open up the fence to the lot. It's got a padlock on it. I roll for strength feat to open this lock. I roll like a 23. So I try to pull the door open and just rip it off its hinges and just walk out. We're all back at the car at this point. No. Icy goes over to pull the tarp off, and the car says, OMG, it's so bright. And we're like, oh, it was the car the whole time. Okay. And he's like, my bum's itchy. And I don't think anyone got it at the time, but the bumper's been scratched. So, his name's Wilson. Yeah, Wilson. We like talk about like Joe Morganson or something, and he's like, who the hell is Joe? You know what? I don't care. The test drive's over, right? Yeah, sure it is. Like, Icy's like driving him out of the lot, and he's like, is that blood? This wasn't a test drive. Shutting down. Turns into a normal car. Okay. I've like packed Kalain into a box at this point. I've gotten him back in the car. Blossom's back in the car. We're ready to go, dude. The Toyota Corolla is just like, it's Icy in the AI car and the rest of us in like the family car. Icy takes the car back to the show. He doesn't get paid because the car is damaged, and we're just like chilling in the back. Like, we did it. And then that's kind of it. I mean, it was like a, oh gosh, it was like a 2-hour session, I think. It was pretty crazy. So like, I've never roleplayed before. Kalain's never roleplayed before. Icy has DM before. I don't know if Blossom has DM before, but she's definitely played D&D before. Enderman, I think, has DM before, or if this is his first time, he's really good at it, so shoutouts. Kalain and Icy were super engaging. They were like super pragmatic, doing a lot of talking. Icy and Blossom and I were just like reactionary characters, and I don't know if it was like cringe or not, but it was kind of like, I don't know, it seemed like we were unengaged. I don't think we were. It's a concern that I think Enderman had, but it's okay. So, I mean, it was pretty good. There was a lot of like faff, like just like talking over each other and shit. But yeah, I mean, we got on with it. We didn't go too much long over time, so I think it was pretty smooth. It was pretty fun. I was just like into it, dude. Like, I don't know, it was like playing a video game with your brain. It was so crazy. Like, I have experience with Warhammer, so I have experience rolling dice, so like it came to me, and like, I don't know, it's just like the endorphins, dude, every time you like roll a dice. Like, I don't know, there's something about just rolling dice that's so fun, dude. And like, I don't know, just like, I mean, like, I don't know Blossom that well, but she's cool. I know Icy a little bit. I've played Destiny with him before. He's pretty cool. I've played a lot of Destiny with Kalain. He's a great friend. So like, and Enderman as well. And we like got along. It was like pretty cohesive. And I don't know, it was just nice. So that was the first time I played D&D, and I think it was a success. So that's cool. Lol.